Good morning, Whitley. It's very nice to be here this morning, actually in Whitley, and sending this video for all of you to see on Friday, which will be the last day of this half term, and what an interesting half term it has been. Mr. David and I are incredibly proud of all of you at home and all of you in school, because you have been working so hard for the last 6 weeks. I know this lockdown feels very different than the lockdown that we had last year in March, April, May, June time. It's definitely a lot colder. It's definitely harder to go and enjoy time and activities outside. I found that with my own children. And the workload, I know, is certainly very different than it was last year in lockdown. So well done for sticking with us while we got used to teaching homeschooling and teaching in school at the same time. You've dealt with it really, really well. It's been very tricky to get the right balance of everything. So I think your teachers all deserve a bit of a round of applause and a pat on the back as well, because what they are providing for those of you at home and those of you at school at the moment is absolutely brilliant. So I'm really proud of them as well. It's been a very challenging half term, but hopefully the end is in sight, and no one's making any promises yet, but we are hopeful, and we have our fingers crossed that we are going to see all of you back in within the next few weeks. So lots to look forward to, and hopefully at that point spring will have sprung, and we can get back to lots of the things that we love about Whitley, especially in spring and summer, and you can all see each other again, and I can see all of you again. I can't believe it's been almost a year since I did a whole school assembly. How ridiculous is that? I've missed our weekly assemblies and missing all of the mums and dads as well, and grandmas and granddads. So I'm going to read a story to you this morning, which is one of my favourite stories, and it's For Every Child, and it's one that you definitely will have heard before in school, because it is one of our books for rights respecting. And rights respecting schools is something that we are very big on at both Whitley and at the Acorns, and something that we believe wholeheartedly in, and are very proud to be UNICEF bronze rights respecting school here. And we were very close to our silver before lockdown, so hopefully we can get that back up and running as well when things get more back to normal. But I think that this book is a really good book for us to be reading at the moment, because when things are so hard and so challenging, and every day feels a bit like Groundhog Day for everybody, and everyone's juggling things, it's sometimes good to think about other people and other experiences that other people have in our country and in other countries in the world, and to just spend a couple of minutes being grateful for all the things that we have access to, and all of the rights that you have access to as children. Okay, so For Every Child. Whoever we are, wherever we live, these rights belong to all children under the sun and the moon and the stars, whether we live in cities or towns or villages or mountains or valleys or deserts or forests or jungles, anywhere and everywhere in the big wide world. These are the rights of every child. Understand that all children are precious. Pick us up if we fall down, and if we are lost, lend us your hand. Give us the things we need to make us happy and strong, and always do your best for us whenever we are in your care. There's a lot of that going on in all of your houses and in school at the moment. All children should be allowed to live and to grow and grow and grow until we are grown up and can decide things for ourselves. Max, Zara, Betty, Juan, Suyin, Reza, Paolo, Yair, Yoko, Mohammed, every one of us shall have a name and a land to call our own. Beautiful illustration. Keep our families together, and if we have no family, look after us and love us just the same. Allow us to tell you what we are thinking or feeling, whether our voices are big or small, whether we whisper, shout it or paint it, draw, mime or sign it. Listen to us and hear what we say. No one on earth has the right to hurt us, not even our mums and dads. Protect us always from anyone who would be cruel. If we are disabled, either in body or in mind, treasure us especially and give us the care we need to live happily in the world. Watch over us. Wrap us up against the cold and rain and give us shade from the hot sun. Make sure we have enough to eat and drink, and if we are sick, nurse and comfort us. Teach us all to read and write, and teach us well so we grow up to be the best we can at whatever we wish to do. Take care of our earth, the flowers, the trees, the rivers, the seas, and teach us how to care for it in our turn. All children shall have time to play and time to rest when we are tired. Good time for that next week, half term, you're nearly there. In times of war, do not make us part of any battle, but shelter us and protect us from all harm. Allow us to say our own prayers in our own words, whether in churches or temples, synagogues or mosques, chapels or shrines, or any other place a prayer may be said to our own God, and let us sing and dance and dress in the ways of our own people. Do your best to let everyone know that whoever we are, wherever we live, these are the rights of every child. And I think we are all very fortunate at the moment, because I can't think of any rights in that book that any of our wonderful Whitley children and our Whitley families are not able to access at the moment. So even though some days are a bit glum and some days do feel a bit repetitive, and everyone's looking forward to when we can get back to normal, we do have lots to be grateful for. I am certainly grateful for being able to still see some children in school and to go onto Seesaw and see what lots of you are up to, and to go on Twitter and see photos of people at home and at school, and I am very much looking forward to seeing you all soon. So well done for a brilliant half term. Have a wonderful rest next week. No work, no Seesaw. Hopefully you'll still be doing lots of reading though, because I know that at Whitley we are passionate readers. But have a really good break. Hopefully we get some sunshine, and we will see you all on the Tuesday after half term, on the 23rd, when we are back in. Okay, take care everybody.